Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Game Nights. Now this show is now brought to you by Wizards of the Coast, and because of that, we have been able to bring on some incredible guests, and this episode is no different. In fact, we are bringing on the granddaddy.
One of the godfathers.
Himself, Mark Rosewater, head of Wizards R&D, is here alongside returning guest Gavin Verhey.
Yeah, we are going to be drafting Unstable this episode. Now, this set, it's wacky, it's hilarious, it's a ton of fun. It also has some awesome things you want to get your hands on. We're talking full art lands, foil tokens in every pack.
Every pack.
If you want to pick that up, and you know you do, go to cardkingdom.com/commandzone. Order your Unstable products, order your Christmas gifts. Iconic Masters is still out. You know, if you use that affiliate link, you're really helping Game Nights stay on the air and our content to keep flowing.
And of course, Patreon is another great way to support the show. We love our patrons very much. It's patreon.com/commandzone. We give them shout outs. They also get early access to a lot of these Game Nights episodes. And
yeah, I want to say that patrons, we've been working on some stuff behind the scenes here. You know, we really want to thank you guys for all the support you've shown us. So there's going to be some patron exclusive content coming up here pretty soon. It's in the works.
All right. And of course, stay tuned to the end of the episode because we got tons of giveaways. As always, prizes to many of you. And you can find out how to win. Just make sure you watch the whole episode first.
All right. Let's draft some Unstable.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jimmy Wong, and today on Game Nights,
we're playing the new set Unstable, but we're playing it with one of the founding fathers of Magic,
Mark Rosewater.
I'm Mark Rosewater. I'm the head designer for Magic the Gathering. But more importantly, I'm the lead designer of Unstable. One of the cool things about Magic is it's many different games to many different people. This is a different way to play.
The way that you can tell Unstable cards is they have a cool silver border.
The point of the silver border is to do something that people can just enjoy and laugh at. It's lighter. It has a lighter tone.
They explore the whimsical side of the game, as well as crack jokes at its own expense, and in general, create an experience that is unlike any other.
There's a lot of things that I'm doing in this set that maybe 5 or 10 years will be part of normal black border Magic, but they're not yet. It has dice rolling where you can roll dice and wacky weird things can happen. It has outside assistance where you can pull other people into the game and have them play. You know, there's all sorts of rules that you can break. It just does things that normal Magic just doesn't do.
But the twist is this time, we've built this with modern Magic draft sensibility, so it actually plays really, really well as a draft set.
Now, the way draft works is each player gets 3 booster packs. Everybody opens up the first pack at the same time. They look through the cards, and they choose one card that they want to put in their deck. They put that down on the table, and the remainder of the cards they pass to the player on their left.
You grab the pack from the person who's handing it to you, you look at it, you select another card, now you've got 2 cards in your deck.
So you're going to continue this process, taking a pack from your neighbor, taking one card of it that you like, and passing the remainder of that pack to the next player in line until there are no cards left in the booster packs. There are 3 total booster packs in a draft, so by the time you're done drafting all of those cards, you're going to be able to build a 40-card deck.
And you can add as many basic lands as you want to that, and then you play that against the other people at the table.
In draft, you have to be really innovative on the fly. You have to figure out what's going to work with all the other cards you've taken, what cards you need for your mana curve.
As you're going, you're kind of changing everything on the fly to fit what you already have and what you've already seen.
It's a constant analysis of what's working and what's not working, and it's really skill testing.
Also, you have to be wary. What are the other players around the table doing? If everyone's drafting one color, you don't want to be in that color because you're just not going to get very many options per pack.
So it's the end of the draft, and I've got a pretty good blue-black control deck built around some contraptions, a little bit of watermark stuff going on, and has some really good removal spells. My creatures are not the most impressive, but I think by using well-timed removal spells, some flyers, and taking advantage of my contraptions, I'll be able to take my opponents down.
I feel okay. I feel like I got some effects that are very unique, very unstably, and I think that's part of the fun of this set. Now, I don't feel like my synergy is very high, but certainly I have the chance to do some amazing things, so I'm excited to play my deck.
I drafted my deck around Augment, and one of the cool things about Host and Augment is you can have 3 Augments and 6 Hosts, and all of a sudden, you have all this different possibility of what you can do. And so it's really neat that when you play, some games it's about one thing, and other games it's about a completely different thing. So it gives you a lot of flexibility.
I have no idea what to call myself, but I have some sort of red-white aggro contraption crazy deck that wants to start a Magic sub-game halfway through the match. So I am so excited to play this deck. I just really hope I draw the right cards to really get it going. But if it does, I think some sparks are gonna fly.
Okay, let's play.
All right, well, Mark, it's your first time on the show.
It is, yes.
Well, we know what that means. Gavin, will you do the honors, please?
Yes, absolutely. Mark, master of magic media, the ungrandfather, you have been knighted.
Arise, Sir Mark.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome to game nights.
Only one may stand.
All right, and as usual, we have the awesome play mats.
Yes,
Look at these.
All right, you guys ready?
All right, here we go.
All right, it's my first turn, so I'll play a mountain and pass turn to you.
How about an island?
Ooh.
Your turn.
I will play another beautiful mountain. Tap 2 to play Target Minotaur. Applying early pressure in Magic is always good, so having a 2-drop on turn 2, great start. And I'll pass turn.
I'm going to introduce a swamp into the fray.
Ooh.
But, you know, I don't need to play anything yet. I'll just let my schemes continue to build. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Draw for the turn. Play a Plains. I'll go to combat. Swing at you for 2.
I don't even need that life. I'm fine.
Alright, take 2. And then, ye old Steam Flogger Temp.
Ooh.
For 6 mana, I can tap him to assemble
assemble?
my mini craft.
I want to see assemble happen.
Yeah, well, you gotta wait a few turns. Pass turn to you, Gavin.
Well, you were so eager to see some assembly. How about I assist you with that here?
Oh?
The steady-handed mook is here. Contraptions are kind of my deck's big game plan, so here comes the first one. I hope it's good. You guys ready for the first contraption?
Okay,
Here we
first
go.
contraption.
Whoosh. The optical optimizer.
What? It just draws a card?
Oh, you gotta tap a creature.
So you have to choose a sprocket.
I'm putting it on the first sprocket. So the way this works is I can put on any one of these 3 sprockets, and every turn my contraptions rotate through their sprockets, cranking all the contraptions on that line. So next turn, this is gonna go off.
Oh, this is good in so many ways for Gavin because he's gonna get this extra value now by being able to draw a card off of his creatures, and that's definitely the last thing that I want.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Now, let's see how badly Gavin wants that card. Combat?
Yeah.
Swing for 4.
Here we go. I'll take 4. Bam.
And then I will pass the turn back to you.
All right. So at the beginning of my turn, I'm gonna crank to sprocket number 1. That triggers all the contraptions on this line. So I'm gonna have optical optimizer target my steady-handed mook.
In response, I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to cast Just Desserts targeting your mook. I wanted to remove this creature as soon as possible because 1, it's a really good blocker against my deck, and also it's gonna draw Gavin the card. So if he has anything to respond to this, I'm gonna make him use his mana right now.
Well, if he had to go, at least it had to be delicious.
How much damage is pie damage?
Pie damage is 3.14159265358979323846264338327950.
You're just making that up.
Nope, fact check it.
Okay, well, so here comes the Chipper Chopper. So contraptions are also artifacts. So I play Chipper Chopper, and I can sacrifice the contraption that I have, which was okay, but a little slow for this situation, and turn it into a bigger, better contraption, plus get a 3/3 to boot. That contraption's off to the scrapyard, and I got a new one coming on down. Contraptions don't go to the graveyard, they go to the scrapyard, so it's gone.
Bye.
It's time for the Quick Stick Lick Trick. Well, this isn't really much better. I really want something that will deal with his threats on the board, and this isn't gonna do it. I'm still on sprocket 1, but I'm gonna put the Quick Stick Lick Trick over on sprocket number 3. So in 2 turns, it's gonna come out to play.
Interesting, okay.
Contraptions require you to think ahead. So by putting this contraption in sprocket 3, it means it won't trigger for 2 more turns. But looking at the board state and where I am right now, I think I'm gonna be hanging back for a couple turns, so I don't really need it right away. And go ahead, Jimmy.
All right, I will play the Chivalrous Chevalier. All right, it is time to start building out my own board. So a 3/3 flyer in the air that can stop Gavin's attacker sometimes is pretty good. And here's the thing, I don't have any creatures I want to bounce with it, so I have to compliment the guy at the same time. Darn. Gavin, today I was very impressed by the way you drafted this set, and I thought you did a great job.
Compliment not accepted.
Doesn't say they have to accept it.
Shucks.
What a great pal Jimmy is. What a nice guy.
And then I will pass the turn back to you.
Untap. This moves to sprocket number 2, getting closer and closer to the Quick Stick Lick Trick. All right, it's time for the Merman.
Ooh.
If there's one thing I like in Magic, it's drawing cards. 5 mana, 3/3, draws me a card, sign me up. And go ahead, Jimmy.
All right, I'm gonna tap 1 and play Side Quest. As a mechanic, I think it's super flavorful because you're all in this crazy experimental world together, and I love the idea of maybe pulling something from another dimension or plane and sucking it into your game, or giving it away to someone else and sending them on a literal side quest. So you would only see a wacky and wild mechanic like this in Unstabled, and I'm really excited to see how it works out. So I'm gonna go ahead and gift my Chivalrous Chevalier to the one and only Mark Rosewater.
What?
And then that is going to trigger Prowess.
Heat is on.
And so I'll go to combat and swing with my target Minotaur.
I'll block with the Ye Olde Merman.
They're going to trade.
Trade him off. Bam. Merman Minotaur beatdown right there.
And then I will pass the turn back to you.
My favorite sci-fi movie. All right, here we go. Untap. The Sprocket continues. The Quick Stick Lick Trick targets the Chipper Chopper.
In response, I can't wait to see what happens. You can go for it.
Yeah, my creature gets +1/+1 on lifelink, and I didn't pay any mana for that this turn, and it's gonna keep happening over and over and over again. Bad news, Jimmy. And then I'll attack you with the Chipper Chopper.
I will let the damage through. I can't block.
You take 4, and I gain 4.
So I'll go to 16.
And I'll go to 18. How the tides have turned, Jimmy.
Red-white doesn't like the sound of that.
And I'm gonna play Finders Keepers on your Steamflogger 10.
This is devastating. He gained life this turn, got rid of one of my creatures, and assembled another contraption. That's a lot of value.
So I'm gonna assemble a new contraption.
Okay.
We got Thuds for Duds.
Interesting. Okay.
This contraption, on one hand, is a free kill spell sometimes, but the thing about it is even though there's variance on the card, your opponent still has to play around it. And now Jimmy has to think about if he wants to even play a small creatures. I'm gonna put Thuds for Duds on Sprocket 1.
Okay.
I think I've done more than enough for this turn, so Jimmy, back to you.
All right. At the beginning of my upkeep, my side quest is finished, and the Chivalrous Chevalier has returned, and it comes back with 2 +1/+1 counters.
But it stays tapped, right?
Stays tapped, unfortunately.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate you attacking.
I did not anticipate this outcome. I thought it would untap when it came back to me, but I didn't read the card right. Well, I have no choice but to tap 6 and play the Big Idea. But fortunately for me, off the top of my deck comes the best card that I drafted this entire time, the Big Idea. This card can single-handedly win this game for me.
Oh, whoa. Okay, that's a bomb rare. If I don't get that off the table, this will wretch the game out of my control.
So I really hope your Sprocket does not kill me here.
You hope it's more duds than thuds.
Yeah, more duds than thuds.
Well, we're gonna find out right here. Untap, crank this to Sprocket 1, Thud for Duds triggers.
Here's the thing about Thuds for Duds. Gavin has like a 1 in 6 chance of being able to roll 4 damage to deal to my creature to remove it. So I'm feeling pretty good. And honestly, even if he gets rid of it on the second turn, as long as I get 1 activation with this, it's gonna get me a ton of value, and that might just be enough.
I have to get really fortunate here to kill off the Big Idea with these dice, but it's worth a shot. So I'm gonna target the Big Idea and then roll 2 6-sided dice,
Right.
and I'll deal damage equal to the difference between the two.
So you need like a 1 and a 5, a 2 and a 6?
Something like that. I'm gonna roll 1 at a time for maximum drama.
Oh gosh.
Okay?
Just make it the 3.
All right, 2. Come on, 6. Come on, 6. Goodbye, Big Idea.
Are you kidding me?
That was amazing. No problem. Not saying there's no variance, okay?
This hurts so bad. I just spent 6 mana on the 1 card in my deck that could probably bring me back. And it's all over.
Jimmy, I got your number. It's a 2 and a 6. All right. Attack you for 3, Jimmy. Chipper Chopper.
It's okay, there is one other possible sequence of events that I can win the game with, and it's right here.
You've got a card over there you seem to like, so I need to further pull you down to a low level. So, tap 2 and cast the Dirty Rat. Even though this is unstable, good old-fashioned magic mechanics and know-how still apply, and I can tell Jimmy's been holding on to 1 card. So how about make him discard it?
All right, I'll discard my Infinity Elemental.
How does it make you feel?
Really bad.
Oh, Infinity Elemental. I'm glad I got that out of the way.
Infinity damage. All right, does anyone understand what infinity really means? I don't think it's even comprehensible. It's infinity damage. And now, not only do I not have the chance to cast it, I can't even play the card, Gavin, and have you luckily roll 5 damage and kill. I can't even play the card. And you took it away from me. With a rat. With a 2 mana rat. I'm gonna go to combat.
Yep.
And I will swing at you for 5.
Any compliments?
Nope.
Bring it on, Jimmy. All right, I'll take 5.
I gotta race him. If there's anything I can do, it's potentially pull out a sneaky win. I've got some haste creatures, I've got some other things I can do here. I have no cards in my hand, I'm living off the top of my deck, but I have a 5/5 flyer, and Magic games have been won for less, so pass turn.
So I'm gonna move this to Sprocket 2, and I don't have a contraption on Sprocket 2, so nothing happens this turn, but maybe in the future we'll have something there. All right, combat. I'm gonna attack with the Chipper Chopper and the Dirty Rat.
I take it all.
So let's recap. I have cards in my hand. Jimmy has none. I've got contraptions rolling. Jimmy has none. I've got more creatures. Yeah, he's got a 5/5, but I have plans for that thing. I feel pretty good right now. Time to cast another edition of Finders Keepers. Get that guy out of there.
That removal spell's so good.
Oh, hello, removal spell number 2 that costs 6 mana and makes more of your deck function. Ugh.
Jimmy's got nothing. I have everything. Bad news, buddy. Simple like contraption. Here we go. The Dispatch Dispensary. Ooh, I'd like that very much. I'm gonna put that on the third sprocket here, so that'll happen next turn.
Okay.
And that's my turn. Go ahead.
All right, deck. Do you have a board wipe in here that I don't remember drafting or sleeving up and putting into this deck? Play a mountain. I'll pass turn. It's a land. Ugh.
Move to sprocket 3. Time for some cranking. So I'm gonna crank the Quick Stick Electric on my Chipper Chopper to give it +1/+1 on lifelink. All right. And then I'm going to crank my Dispatch Dispensary to make a 2/2 black rogue creature token with menace. Ooh, so shiny. And then go to combat. I'm gonna go getting in there for 5 points of damage.
Okay, well, I'll take 5 and go to 4.
And because of lifelink, I'm gonna pick up 4 life. And then I'm going to cast another Chipper Chopper. When it comes into play, I'm going to sacrifice the Quick Stick Electric. And I'm going to assemble a new contraption. Applied Aromatics. And I'm going to put that on my second sprocket. Unless Jimmy has a board sweeper, this game's over. And then I'm going to pay 2 mana and cast the Inhumaniac. Another card not in the set, the Amonkhet card Insult to Injury. Jimmy, see if your top card is the one you need.
Okay, let's see if I can do anything here.
All right, here it is.
One last card in my deck. When you're top decking and you have nothing on the board and a lot of lands, the last thing you want to draw is more lands. Pass turn.
Oh, he's got it. I feel great about this game.
I got no cards and I got nothing on the board and I got a lot of lands. How do you think I'm doing?
I'm gonna trigger my Inhumaniac at the start of my upkeep. It might get bigger. Let's find out. It does. It gets 2 +1/+1 counters. And Jimmy, I'm ready for the attack. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go. Chipper Chopper, Dirty Rat, Rogue Token, Chipper Chopper number 2, Inhumaniac coming at your face.
All right, I take it all. From the sky, from the ground. I'm dead. Good game.
All right, good game, Jimmy. Okay, that's one game in the books, but I still got the finals ready to go, and that's either gonna be Josh or Mark, and I don't want to face either of their decks.
Okay.
All right, I will play a forest. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay. I drafted my deck around Augment. I really wanted to show off Host and Augment. So, my opening play, I will play an adorable kitten.
One drop.
So, when it enters the battlefield, I roll 6-sided dice and I gain that much life. Come on, 6. 2.
Not bad.
I'm not too worried about the kitten. Usually 1/1s for 1, not very good.
I will play a plains. Pass turn.
Okay, I will draw. I will play a forest, and then I will attack for 1.
I have no creatures I cannot block. I will take 1.
Dang.
Okay,
Wow.
go ahead.
Okay, draw. I'm gonna play a Mad Science Fair project.
There are some dice rolling synergies in my deck, and it does ramp me into my bigger creatures, so all around, I'm happy with getting this out early.
Okay, I will draw, and then I will turn my kitten into a half kitten, half kitten. I've done it. Okay, so what happens now is my 1/1 creature becomes a 2/3 creature, and whenever I'm dealt damage, I roll a 6-sided die and gain that much life. So I'm going to now attack you for 2.
So let me get this straight. For the first ever on-camera appearance of Host and Augment, Mark Rosewater, the creator of Unstable, a set that he's been working on for 6 years, has created a half kitten, half kitten.
Isn't that just a full kitten?
That's downright ferocious.
Oh my goodness.
I still have no blockers. I will take 2.
Okay, go ahead, Josh.
All right, I will untap. Okay, I'm gonna play a willing test subject. Combo.
So this is what I was talking about, the dice rolling synergy in my deck. With the Science Fair project, This could be a route to victory.
Those two combo really well. I know it's going to grow over time, so I'm a little worried about it.
I'll pass the turn.
Okay. So I'm going to play Shaggy Camel. So I didn't want to attack with my half kitten for 2 reasons. One, his test subject, he could roll dice and he can make it bigger, and so I didn't want to risk losing it. And he has a white-green deck. It's not that easy for him to kill it.
Yeah, that's it.
No attacks?
I'm not going to.
Okay. On end step, I'm going to activate my Mad Science Fair project.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can't grow that test subject.
I want 4 higher.
I want the 4 higher.
Dang it.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's gonna work. It's a work in progress, but eventually it is going to work.
All right, I will draw. Okay, I'm going to tap 4 and my Mad Science Fair project.
Okay, you got to roll.
2, so I get a colorless, and I'm going to play the Mother Kangaroo.
Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna roll the dice, hopefully get a really big kangaroo, and hopefully that's also going to simultaneously pump my test subject.
Come on, willing
Roll 1.
test subject.
Roll 1. Okay, roll 1, roll 2, be small, be small. Oh,
5.
that's not good.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Huge kangaroo. Test subject grows. This is just all coming up roses. Not Rosewaters. Roses.
Synergy.
Well, I'm glad I'm not in that game.
Yeah. Me neither.
Go ahead.
Okay, I draw. So I have a tough decision. There's 2 threats. I'm going to send Mother Kangaroo to jail.
Jail.
Okay, I mean, the downside is I lose my 6/6. But the plus side is I'm rolling 2 more dice every upkeep, which is gonna still interact with my test subject. So I'm actually not that unhappy about it.
So now I'm going to attack with my Shaggy Camel. I'm happy to trade with the test subject. If you'll block the test subject, I will take that trade any day of the week.
I'm rolling 2 dice per turn, guaranteed. Okay, I will not block.
Okay, so take 3,
1, 2, 3.
and I'm done.
Okay, I will untap. At the beginning of my upkeep, go to jail will trigger. I need matching.
You need matching, yes.
Pair of 6s? Is this like the best for me?
Best possible
Yeah.
roll for you. But you did roll 1 6, so you get a...
Take up my willing test subject and becomes a 4/4. But I do not get my guy out of jail. All right, I'm gonna play a gnome-made engine, and I'm gonna use my Mad Science Fair project to do it. So
Okay.
I will roll. I rolled a 3. Does not take up my willing test subject, and then I get a 1/1 gnome token.
There's a card I saw a lot of in the draft. It's called Sacrifice Play. I saw at least 4 of them go around, so I'm a little bit wary that Mark may have that card.
I feel like you're holding up that sacrifice an attacking creature card.
So I'm trying to bluff Sacrifice Play, and then Josh verbally says he's worried about me having Sacrifice Play, so I knew I was doing good.
Yeah, I don't want to attack into that trick. Go ahead.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I play Voracious Vacuum, so I get to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature.
Ooh.
I will choose the camel. I'm a little bit worried about the test subject because I know that thing can grow out of control, so I sort of held back so I could build up an army to block with. And I'm not going to attack.
And then something kind of weird happens.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and gift my chivalrous chevalier to the one and only Mark Rosewater.
So Jimmy actually plays a card in his game where it takes one of his creatures and puts it into another game for a turn. So I actually get a 3/3 flyer that's unexpected, which turns out to be really good because Josh doesn't have any flyers.
Wait, Jimmy, come on, man.
Okay,
Wow.
go ahead.
Okay, I will untap. Go to jail will trigger. I will roll 2 dice. One of them is 4 above, so my willing test subject goes up to a 5/5. And then I will draw. Okay, I'm gonna tap my Mad Science Fair project. I'm gonna roll. It's a 5.
Oh, okay.
Willing test subject now is a 6/6.
6/6.
My test subject's getting huge, and if I could just figure out a way to get around that removal spell that I think Mark has, I'm gonna be good to go.
And I'm going to play Rhino onto my gnome-made engine. So now it's a 3/6. And it says whenever this creature blocks, I make a 1/1 gnome artifact creature token.
Wow.
Then I'm going to play Shaggy Camel. And when that enters, it gives all my creatures +1/+1. And then I'll go to combat. And I will swing with the Rhino.
I'm hoping that this will either entice Mark to trade something or use that removal spell that I think he has.
How big is the Rhino?
4/7.
So I will not block. I will take 4 damage.
Okay.
I then triggers my half kitten, and then I'll roll 6-sided die to see how much life I gain. Let's roll,
gosh.
let's roll 4 higher. 1. Oh, so I take 3 damage total.
This combination is actually pretty annoying because anytime I deal damage to him, he's going to mitigate some or maybe all of it, Oh, that's just gonna be a pain.
That's all I can do. Go ahead.
Ooh, that's the key.
There's my island.
That's scary.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is attack in the air with my 3/3 flyer.
Okay, I have no fire, so I have to take 3.
And then I'm going to play a numbing jellyfish.
I don't think Mark's probably going to win here by milling me out. I'm not too worried about that. It does make me think, though, that maybe he doesn't have that removal spell. Maybe he's just had some blue cards stranded in his hand.
So I roll 6-sided die and I mill you for that much. 2.
So I will 1 and a forest.
Okay.
Alright, so at the beginning of my next upkeep, my side quest is finished and the Chivalrous Chevalier has returned.
I just hope there's not another one of these side quests because I don't want to be taking 3 damage in the air again out of nowhere from the other game. Come on.
Okay, I untap. Go to jail. Triggers.
Yay!
Worst of all worlds.
One of the things about going to jail is it's a high variance card. Sometimes you put it out and they get out of it right away. And sometimes, like with Josh, just miss.
Yeah, rub it in. Thank you.
Okay. You got so much stuff over there.
I do, I got stuff.
Let's see, what do you got? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
In Magic, defenders have the advantage because they choose how they block. So it's kind of like us staring across no man's land at each other right here. But luckily, I'm going to win that type of a war because over time, my test subject's just going to get huge. So I'm happy to just sit and wait here.
It's too much stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to play a defective detective. I have to pick a person not playing in my game, so I'm going to pick Gavin.
All right.
You got to look at his hand and choose one card in his hand to tell me about. But Josh only had one card in his hand, so I was going to see the one card.
This one.
Turned out to be a forest, so I knew he didn't have any gas in his hand. But the 2/1 unblockable creature was really, really important. And I know with the stalemate we built up that this might be the route to victory. I'm not going to attack.
Okay, on your end step, I'm going to tap the Mad Science Fair project. I will roll. It's a 3. It does not tick up my guy. With that 1 mana, I'll add 5 more. Activate the willing test subject to roll again. It's a 5. He ticks up to a 7/7 now.
7/7. The test subject keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's worrying me, but luckily I've been slowly building up a bunch of chump blockers, so I think I'm okay.
Okay, and then I will untap. Go to jail, will trigger. Come on. This is our 4th roll with it?
Yeah, 4th roll. Oh, yes! Yes.
The worst of all worlds.
I'm not feeling great here because I've been flooding out. I have way too much mana and I haven't drawn enough creatures or other cards that do anything.
You still have a bajillion power on the board. I can't get through that. Go ahead.
Okay. I will play Merman, which is a way for me to draw cards, which is important because at this point I don't have a lot of cards in my hand. So I want to build up a new engine so that I can get more cards. I'm then going to attack with Defective Detective, which can't be blocked. And I'll hit you for 2.
Yep. Obviously, I cannot block it. So I go to 9.
Okay, I'm done. Go ahead, Josh.
Mark's adding to the board. He just drew extra cards. He got an unblockable creature. I mean, you do the math here. It's not looking good.
Okay, on your end step, I'm going to activate Mad Science Project. And I'm going to roll. And it's a 3. Man, I have no luck with those. Then I'm going to add 5 mana to that 1 colorless mana. Activate willing test subject. And it's a 3. Jeez.
My dice rolling is just not on point.
And then I will untap and go to jail's unit trigger. And I roll a 3 and 5.
You get one.
Ticks up the willing test subject, which is good. Then I will draw. Oh my goodness.
The funny thing about Unstable is there's a whole bunch of cards where they can do something, but you don't know if they're going to do that thing. So this card has the potential to get me out of this situation all by itself.
I'm going to play Slaying Mantis.
Oh! Dun dun dun!
It enters the battlefield by being thrown from a distance of at least 3 feet. Does anybody have a measuring tape?
Do we have a measuring tape? Now this card, talk about high variance. It fights every card that it touches, not that it rests upon, but if you skip along the way when you toss it, it can get rid of a lot of creatures.
You know, I played a lot of basketball. I'm a pretty athletic guy. I think I got this.
We have a ruler.
So that's 1 foot.
That's 1
Oh,
foot.
I'm like that.
I play tested this card before.
2 feet.
3 feet, I knew it's farther away than you think. It doesn't sound like that much, but when you actually have to throw the card, you're like, hey, this is kind of far away. What?
3 feet. So from right here, you have to release the card from right here.
I thought it was going to be like half that far. 3 feet? Is that really 3 feet?
It's the kind of thing that you practice, you can get good at, but I know he'd never done it before. So I was a little bit nervous, but I had hoped that it wouldn't be too bad.
Okay, just take a deep breath. Don't let it throw you. We got this. Just aim for that defective detective.
Are we ready?
All right, we're ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh, hey, can we get a slow-mo replay of what just happened? Can we spend a lot of time watching it?
Alright, here we go.
Nobody saw that, right? Nobody saw that? Yeah, nobody's gonna see that.
Okay, I'll go to combat.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing with my willing test subject.
I'm gonna take it.
Before damage,
before damage.
I'm gonna activate the mad science
See if
fair.
it's a little bit bigger.
Just see if we can do one more damage. We did.
Yeah. So 9 damage. So I go down to 10. But then that's gonna trigger my half kitten. I roll 6-sided dice and I gain that much life. 4. So I go back up to 14.
Nice.
Okay.
Anytime I hit him, he gains life back, and all of a sudden, I'm just not dealing as much damage as I could be. I'm really not sure how I'm gonna get out of this.
That little kitten combo is actually way better than it looks.
Don't mess with the half kitten.
Yep, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. First thing I want to do is I will attack you with the unblockable guy.
I cannot block it. So I will take 2.
And then it's time for Mother Kangaroo. Although mine's not in jail. Okay, come on. Come on, 6. 5.
Oh, come on.
Okay. So my route to victory is a defective detective. I just gotta hit him like 3 or 4 more turns. So really what I want to do is short my defenses. So I play the kangaroo and I roll a 5, a 6-6. That's really good. And I am done.
I will untap, go to jail, triggers.
I really need my luck to turn around.
Here we go.
Come on, just roll doubles. Just roll doubles.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So, evidently, the kangaroo, yeah, it's a life sentence. No possibility of parole.
All right, I'm going to play humming on my shaggy camel. So that's a flying 5/6. And when I attack with 2 or more creatures, it gives all my creatures +1/+1. Now we'll go to combat.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing with the beef, which will trigger the humming camel. So all my creatures get +1/+1.
Okay, so I'm going to block test subject with my numbing jellyfish. And then my mother kangaroo and my merman will block slaying mantis. And then I can't block the flyer, so I will take 6 damage. So I go to 8. Then I roll a 6-sided die thanks to my half kitten. 5, yay!
I just want to recap for everybody at home. My 6/7 flyer just did 1 damage.
At the end of the day, I do barely any damage, and it doesn't feel like much has changed on the board.
I have no cards. Go ahead.
Okay, draw. Oh yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm going to play half squirrel, half on my merman to make a half squirrel, half man.
Dun dun dun.
So whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, I may draw a card.
So Mark has a draw engine now set up. This is really, really bad.
I'm pretty confident. I feel like my chances are getting to be really, really good. So next thing I'm going to do is play an adorable kitten. So first I will draw a card,
Oh, man.
and then I'll roll 6-sided die to see how much life I gain. 1, only 1, so I go to 14. Okay, and then I'm going to play really epic punch on my shaggy camel to fight your humming camel.
Oh, no. Humming camel dies.
And then I will attack with my unblockable 2.
I still can't block it, so I'll take 2 and go to 5.
The key to the victory right now is the unblockable guy. As long as I can stall and build up a defense, I'm in really good shape. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to tap my mad science fair roll. This guy goes
bigger.
up
10-10.
to 10-10. Then I'm going to add 5 mana to roll again. Did not.
Okay.
Okay, untap. Go to jail, will trigger. All right, come on. Pair. 5 and a 1.
Okay, well, I got bigger.
Yep.
Nice.
You think I'd be feeling good with an 11/11 on the battlefield, but I'm actually not. Draw.
It feels like there's no way I can make headway. He can just chump block my huge creature, and he's drawing cards because of that half squirrel, half man thing. Even when I hit him, he gains life back. And he's got that unblockable creature putting me on this clock, so it's looking grim.
Go ahead.
Okay. I will attack with my 2/1 unblockable.
It could go all the way.
Okay, go ahead.
No, that's it. All
Yep.
right. I will do the same thing I've been doing.
Yep.
You gotta roll better.
Okay.
Add 5 mana to it.
Yes, okay. 12-12.
Okay. Untap. Go to jail. Triggers.
Hey!
All right. Mother Kangaroo enters the battlefield.
When it enters the battlefield, I draw a card.
All right. I will roll for Mother Kangaroo. 4.
Okay,
I get 4 counters.
5/5, and you get a counter there.
I do have a board wipe in my deck, so I'm not out of it, but it's gotta happen for me soon here.
Then I will draw. And then I'll go to combat.
Okay.
I will attack with my 13/13.
I will throw my adorable kitten in front of it.
Okay. It gets eaten. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a gnome-made engine. So it makes a gnome. And then my half squirrel, half man draws me a card. And then I'm going to play Teacher's Pet. That also draws me a card. My detective's going to win the game for me, so I'm just playing creatures, drawing cards. I'm just playing defensively. And then I will attack with my unblockable creature.
Okay. I will take 2 and go to 1.
Okay, go ahead.
So I now have 12 mana total, so I'm
Okay.
actually going to roll 3 times. And I get
Okay,
2
more. So it's a 15-15.
Okay, untap.
Too little, too late. I just don't have enough stuff to get through, even when I do a game's life back.
And then I will pass the turn. Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, I untap. I will attack with my unblockable creature.
Good game.
Okay. So I win my game. That means it's the finals, me versus Gavin.
Well,
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
condolences. You
Yeah.
know, we're both out of it. How does it feel to get 4th place?
Hold on, I could very conceivably get 3rd place. You never know, right? Well, actually, we do know. But that's not the point. We do have a grand finals coming up between Mark Rosewater and Gavin Verhey. Oof, gonna be a good game. Who do you think is gonna win? Leave a comment in the comment section below right now. While you're doing that, cardkingdom.com is one of our sponsors of the show. Make sure you go to cardkingdom.com/commandzone if you're going to buy any of this new unstable product. Now that you've seen the full art lands in action, you've seen the awesome foil tokens, a lot of awesome stuff to collect from this set. So cardkingdom.com/commandzone is where you want to be.
This show is also brought to you by Ultra Pro. You've probably noticed already that they've done the same thing they do for every set. They have unstable themed playmats, sleeves, and deck boxes you've seen throughout the episode. And if you've been paying a lot of attention, you've seen that there's kind of a unique item that we've been showcasing. And it's this right here. It's this playmat, this deck box. There are sleeves as well. It's not actually a finished piece of art. It's a sketch. And there's a story behind this. We lost an icon of the industry recently. Wayne England, one of the great Magic artists of all time, was working on a card, very cryptic command, for the Unstable set, had submitted the sketch, which is what you're looking at here, but unfortunately was not able to finish because he did pass away. And so what Ultra Pro did is they printed that sketch out on playmats, on deck boxes, on sleeves, and if you purchase those items, the proceeds actually go to charity. It goes to the British Heart Foundation, which was chosen by Mr. England's family. And so what a great way to honor the legacy of, again, one of the titans of our industry. So would highly encourage you to pick up those items. And they're very unique and an awesome way to show off, you know, a very special side of Magic.
Absolutely. All right, well, it's time to get back to the grand finale of this episode to find out who wins between Mark and Gavin. Who do you think?
I mean, I already know the outcome. We shot it a while ago.
Right.
But I think it's going to be Mark.
I think it's going to be Gavin.
Whoa.
He beat me.
Mark beat me.
Yeah, but I'm better, so...
Is that how that works?
Gavin. Yeah, totally. It's
Gavin was a pro.
Yeah, there you go. Mark has been working on the set for 6 years.
Okay, well, let's find out.
Okay, I'll keep.
All right, I can roll with this. Here we go. Turn 1, island. Bam. Go ahead, Mark.
I will draw planes. Your turn.
Oh, I am so ready. It's time for the Inhumaniac. So this card has a little bit of variance built into it. Maybe it'll get a couple counters and then go away. It kind of just stops the early game, which is what I need to do in this matchup, and lets me get to the long game.
I'm gonna play Teacher's Pet, which is a really good card for my deck because it allows me to go get the exact augment that I need.
So it's both tutoring and cost cheating. Those are two of the most powerful things you can do. You could get a huge creature out really, really early. I'm kind of concerned.
Go ahead, Gavin.
All right, Inhumaniac. Let's see what you can do. We're gonna roll this dice. Da-da-da. A 4. It gets a +1/+1 counter. It's a 2/2.
A 2/2.
I'll draw my card. And then the Inhumaniac's gonna come in at Mark. Bam. If Mark trades here, I'd be happy. Yeah, I'd lose my Inhumaniac, but that 2/1 I'm pretty concerned about, so maybe he'll make the trade.
My Teacher's Pet is really important in my deck, so I don't block. Okay, I take 2.
And it's time to start the contraptions rolling. The crafty octopus.
Oh, the crafty octopus.
One of the most important things is to get the contraption engine going, and bam, now I'm off to the races. So here we go. Contraption number 1, the Quick Stick Electric. It's going to go on to sprocket number 1. So it'll happen next turn. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, I'm gonna play Defective Detective, which obviously in the game against Josh was super important, but I knew in Gavin's matchup, he had a lot of removal, so it's not the kind of card that was going to win the game for me. So, Josh, can I get your help for a second?
Sure, sure.
I asked Josh to look at Gavin's hand.
This seems like the important card that you should see.
Oh, Finders Keepers, that's good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing that card is really bad for my deck because pinpoint removal really hurts Host Augment. But it's 6 mana, so I'm hoping maybe I can get there before Gavin's able to cast the card. And I will Go ahead.
All right, untap. First thing, I'm gonna have the Inhumaniac happen.
Okay.
Let's roll this die. 6.
Oh!
2 +1/+1 counters. Wow, this is growing a lot larger than I thought it would. Sweet. And then I'll crank from sprocket 3 to sprocket number 1. That triggers all the contraptions on this line. So the quick stick lick trick is gonna target the Inhumaniac to give it +1/+1 and lifelink until end of turn.
A 5/5 Lifelinker?
5/5 lifelink.
On turn 4?
No
That
problem.
sounds good.
And I like this. Let's attack.
So I will not block.
All right, so you take 5
And
from
you-
that,
you gain
and
5.
I gain 5 life. And I'm gonna tap the island in the swamp for the sneak dispatcher. The watermark goes behind the rules text in cards. We've seen it before on Ravnica or Phyrexia, but this time it matters. In a slower deck like mine, having the kind of long game card advantage is really important. That's all I'm gonna do for this turn. You can go ahead, Mark.
One of the nice things about contraptions is it only happens every third turn. So yeah, he had a really explosive turn, but I knew I had 3 more turns before that happened again. Okay, I'm gonna play the Numbing Jellyfish. At this point, my plan is I want to mill him out, so I'm hoping maybe I can do that he stumbles a little bit on mana before he can kill it. I know I'm in trouble, but I think maybe there's a way out. Come on, 6. 1. How come he never rolls a 1 on Inhumaniac?
You got my dirty rat.
I'm done, go ahead.
All right, untap. I'm gonna move this ahead, and then the Inhumaniac triggers. Gonna roll again. Let's see if he gets bigger or not.
Okay, just roll 1. We roll back the clock. It's back to a relatively harmless creature.
4. He gets another +1/+1 counter.
Oh gosh.
To a 5/5.
Getting big.
Okay, it's time to go on the offensive. Inhumaniac, coming on in for 5.
Okay, I'm gonna take 5, and I'll go to 8.
And I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Chipper Chopper. I will sacrifice the Quick Stick Lick Trick to give this 2 +1/+1 counters. And most importantly, flip a new contraption. See what we get. The Thuds for Duds is here, which I will put into the 3rd sprocket. While swapping one contraption for another might not seem that strong necessarily, a big thing it does is it lets you skip the turns that you need to get to your contraptions again. So it just makes a contraption happen even faster. That's all the damage I'm gonna do for this turn, Mark. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna play Really Epic Punch. My jellyfish is gonna get in a fight with your copter.
Oh, wow. Bam. That's not the best, but I still got a lot of cards in my hand and ways to get card advantage on the board. I feel like I'm gonna be okay here.
And I'm done.
All right, here we go. First
Okay.
things first, I'm gonna move to sprocket 3. Thud for Duds triggers.
Okay.
I'm gonna target the Teacher's Pet. The odds are pretty good Mark's creature is gonna go down here, so I'm just gonna target it, and I'm sure he'll sacrifice it.
Okay, I guess I have to sack Teacher's Pet. So I can search my library for a card with Augment and combine it to a host creature.
That jellyfish is gonna be something new and exciting.
It's half squirrel, half jellyfish.
Oh my goodness. The most terrifying of all creations. And so it's now
Becoming a squirrel lowers your power. So whenever anybody plays a creature, a non-token creature, I mill you for D6.
All right, well, I'm going to roll my die for the Inhumaniac now.
Roll 1.
1.
Why can't you just roll a 1, Gavin?
How huge is this thing gonna get? All right, here we go, drawing my card.
Aye, aye.
And I think it's time for this Inhumaniac to get in and rumble. Attack you for 7, Mark.
I will block with my defective detective.
He's defective.
He's dead.
He's dead effective. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my Sneak Dispatcher. And look at my top card. If it has the Agents of Sneak watermark, I can put it into my hand. And it does. I'm gonna get Magic Word.
That's another removal spell. Like, things aren't looking good.
And please go ahead, Mark.
Okay, so now I give you some fun stuff. I play Ordinary Pony.
Okay.
First, it's a creature. So whenever I play a creature,
Roll a die.
I mill you equal to this. So I mill you for 6.
All right.
Jeez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
6. All right, a couple more of that and I'll be dead.
And then, when the pony comes in, I get to exile my half squirrel, half jellyfish. Now, host and augment, it's a singular creature. It's counted as one creature. So it flickers away and flickers back. And because the trigger is of a non-token creature coming into play, and it is a non-token creature, it triggers itself. So I mill you again for 5 cards.
All right.
Jeez.
2, 3, 4, 5.
How many cards you got left?
14. I counted.
Okay. If he mills me for a little bit more, I could just lose.
Then I'm going to turn my ordinary pony into a monkey pony.
All right, that's exciting.
So now it is a 4/5 creature. And whenever a non-token creature dies, I flicker something. Okay, go ahead.
All right, untap. This is going to advance here. The Inhumaniac triggers.
Roll one. Like I have a chance to win if he rolls a 1.
4.
Okay, so it's an 8/8.
Yep.
Ay caramba.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to play Finders Keepers. I'm going to target your half squirrel, half jellyfish to get it out of there. And then I'm going to assemble a contraption. Mandatory Friendship Shackles. Let's put this in the second sprocket. Now I feel like I've got things locked up. I've turned the corner. Let's take it home. All right, Inhumaniac. Sounds like the coast is clear for you to crunch in.
So I have to block. It's Inhumaniac's an 8/8, and I'm at 8 life. I have no choice but to block.
Goodbye, Monkey Pony.
In one turn, Gavin destroys both my creatures. My mill plan is gone. I'm in trouble.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to play Mother Kangaroo.
Ooh.
Come on, Mother Kangaroo. Come on, Mother Kangaroo. I know he has Magic Word in his hand, so really, he has to roll a 1 on the Inhumaniac. That's my only chance to survive the next turn. Okay, go ahead. Gavin.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Untap. Move this to sprocket number 2, which activates the Mandatory Friendship Shackles. I'm going to give your Mother Kangaroo -1/-1 till end of turn.
Okay.
Check a little bit. And now it's time for the Inhumaniac.
1.
All right.
One.
No one. No one.
Roll 1. Roll 1.
3. So it gets another +1/+1 counter.
Again?
All right, I'm going to play Magic Word on your Mother Kangaroo.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to choose a word. The word I'm going to choose is Australia.
Why did you choose Australia as your word?
Now, little known fact about kangaroos is they're from Australia. All right, attack you with the Inhumaniac for 9 points of damage.
And you got me.
And that's it. Good game, Mark. Take that, Mark.
What an amazing day. One of my favorite episodes of Game Nights ever. First of all, we got to play Magic with Mark Rosewater.
It's incredible being able to play with someone and then get the most detailed behind-the-scenes knowledge of the card you're playing, how it works, why it was made.
It's neat to sit down and just do something where people can enjoy the love of Magic just for the love of playing.
Unstable is incredible.
This set really shows off all of the things that are still not explored in the game.
You know that a draft experience is good, that as soon as you're done with the draft, you just want to draft it all over again and build another deck.
Go check it out. I think you're really going to love it. It's the result of a lot of hard work.
It is so much fun watching people enjoy something that you've worked so hard on. Today was just a really fun time.
Hey, you made it to the end of the episode.
You did, and you know what that means.
Lots of prizes being given away.
That's
you know,
right, plenty.
As always, huge thanks to Ultra Pro providing us with all this products to give away. In fact, we're going to be giving away something extra special. This time we have a bunch of the Unstable themed playmats.
Not only are they Unstable themed, but they're also signed by myself and Josh.
And Mark Rosewater. Okay, Mark Rosewater is the important one.
And Gavin.
You can get some Unstable themed stuff signed by Mark Rosewater and the rest of us, Gavin, Jimmy, and I, you know, if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but we got tons of stuff to give away on top of all this. Again, big thanks to Ultra Pro. And there are 2 ways to enter. You can go to Facebook and find our Command Zone podcast page, and then go and share the post with our Game Nights Unstable episode. And make sure you just click the share button. Or you can go to Twitter and tweet out a link to the video and use the hashtag Game Nights. Make sure you use the hashtag, and that's how we'll be tracking our winners.
Yes, and we announce all the winners on Facebook and Twitter exactly 1 week from the release of this episode. Go enter. Good luck. I hope you have better luck than I had rolling dice.
I hope you do too, because that was pretty bad luck.
It was bad.
Yeah,
it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good. But you're gonna have better luck, so go ahead, enter. Just do it. Bye.
Just do it now. Bye.
Just do it. Yeah. What are you waiting for? Why are you still watching?